Ayo Praise Oyeniro and Ike Precious Ifoma on the topic, school grades are an accurate reflection of intelligence. That's not all. The 5 p.m. debate will feature Mofiyinfoluwa Adereti going up against Osigwe Dora on the topic, legislators should have term limits. I Beg to Differ is supported by Obi-Wheezy and Chrisland Schools. Prize money sponsor, Tollywood College, Lagos. For sponsorship inquiries, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
We are back and live on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I Beg to Differ Students Debate Tournament hits up some more. And as we progress into the second debate of the day, we have unfinished business from the previous one. We have our qualifier into the next round of 16 matchup. Her name, Oluwapamilerin Ayo. Praise Oyeniro. What a debate she had with Ike Precious Ifoma. But we'll have to find out who she will go ahead in the next round. And it's one of the two ladies sitting in front of us now. Whoever wins will meet Pamilerin or meet Praise in that debate. First up, though, we've got to figure out what position Pamilerin will take in the next debate. So I'm going to ask Pamilerin, I have two pieces of paper on my hand, one to my right, one to my left. Which one do you want? No, stay in your position. I'll pass it to you. Left or right? Which one do you want? You want right. Right. Is this my right hand? You agree? Good. There, pass it to her. Now that you have that piece of paper, could you be so nice as to oblige me with how you will debate in your next debate? Are you supporting or opposing? You are supporting. So you will be supporting. Meaning whoever wins of the two ladies in front of me will be there to oppose you in the next round. Brilliant. Thank you very much. That said, in a few seconds, you can exit the room. But before you do exit, just hang on a second. Let's quickly do the ritual to save time.
Yeah.
Let's do the ritual regarding how these two debaters, you'll meet them, no problem. Let's determine how the two of them will debate, whether they are opposing or supporting. Yes, so Maryann is doing the ritual.
What hand do you want? Left or right? Right?
She wants right. Give her right. Give her left.
Great.
Okay. So now we know how you are going to debate. You have plenty of time. We'll take a quick break so that we can usher Praise out. When we come back, Lagos will meet you and we'll know how you are debating. Stick around.
Lagos, it's day 6 of the I Beg to Differ Secondary Schools Debates Tournament Season 8. 4 p.m. will see a tough matchup between Oluwapamilerin Ayo Praise Oyeniro and Ike Precious Ifoma on the topic, school grades are an accurate reflection of intelligence. That's not all. The 5 p.m. debate will feature Mofiyinfoluwa Adereti going up against Osigwe Dora on the topic, legislators should have term limits. I Beg to Differ is supported by Obi-Wheezy and Chrisland Schools. Prize money sponsor, Tollywood College, Lagos. For sponsorship inquiries, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
Welcome back. The debate is upon us now. Today, it's an all-girls affair.
I know.
It's the second time in the debate.
I love it.
No male in sight. I'm lonely, all alone in the studio.
I mean, you are blessed amongst us.
Yes,
Femi.
the solitary testosterone amid such glorious estrogen. Let's get.
Okay, we're serious now.
Yeah. It's education. Somebody would have learned. Somebody would have learned something today. All right.
All right. Well, first we're going to find out who our debaters are.
Yes,
and then we'll get
to meet them.
Yes, we're going to start with Osigwe, Dora, Stephanie.
Let's meet her.
My name is Dora, Osigwe, Chinomso, Stephanie. I am 15 years old. I'm an SS3 student of the Mescoj High School. When I'm not in school, okay, this is an easy one. I like photography. I like reading, not school books. I like reading novels, fiction. I like writing a lot. I sing, I dance, I draw, yes. Let me photograph you in this light, in case it is the last time that we might be exactly as we were before we realized.
Okay.
It's like a symphony.
I think Adele joined us.
She deserves the applause. I was thinking of singing a harmony with her. Welcome, Osigwe, Dora, Stephanie, Chinomso, Lagos. She's 15. She's an SS3. She's a student of Mescoj High School. Welcome to our studios. Dora, is that how you'd rather be?
Yeah.
Dora the Explorer.
Are you more Dora than Stephanie?
Yes, I'm definitely more Dora.
Than Stephanie. Yeah. What does mommy call you though?
My mom calls me my Igbo name. Everybody calls my Igbo name Nomso.
Nomso?
Yeah.
How about your friends in school?
Nomso.
So why do you want to be Dora?
Because when I'm debating, I'm Dora.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Dora
the debater. Ego.
Yeah, she's Dora the debater.
Look at Yvonne's face like, I like that.
I like her already. Let's meet her opponent.
Okay, Mofiyinfoluwa, Adereti. Sorry, now I'm trying my best.
Let's just meet her.
Femi, don't do that to me.
Hi, my name is Adereti Mofiyinfoluwa. I am a 14-year-old in SS2. What inspired me to join the I Beg to Differ student debate competition was my two friends, Mary and Okon, won the last 2 seasons. Fun fact about me, like something people don't know about me, is I play basketball.
They're back.
Okay.
Mofiyinfoluwa Adereti is 14 years of age. She's in SS2, Wellspring College. They provided 2 regional champions and 1 national champion. Goodness me.
Wow.
Okay. Welcome to this debate, Mofiyinfoluwa.
Thank you.
Your name is long, so what does everybody call you?
Usually people call me my surname.
Everybody just calls
Adereti? Yes,
Adereti.
In school. I'm sure your dad doesn't call you by your surname. What do they call you at home? Femi. Okay. So you are Mofiyinfoluwa or Femi, right? Okay. Brilliant. Do you feel the weight of the world on your shoulders, considering what Mary and is it Okon now?
Yeah.
Yes. What they've done in the past?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, my friend actually won her debate yesterday.
Aha.
So it's a lot.
Yeah. Okay. All the best to you. The same thing, I'm wishing your opponent all the best to you. May the better debater win. So who's supporting? Who is opposing?
I am supporting.
Okay. Mofiyinfoluwa is supporting the motion. Dora, the debater, is opposing that motion. That motion is legislators should have term limits. Legislators should have term limits. Oh, maximum. Maximum time limits? Do you agree there is maximum in it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll kill Sheriff. So legislators should have maximum term limits. Maximum is missing from my script, but it is there. Legislators should have maximum term limits. Should they? Shouldn't they? Well, we'll find out. Lagos, gather round. You're about to be entertained. We'll get into it right after this.
Lagos, it's day 6 of the I Beg to Differ Secondary Schools Debate Tournament Season 8. 4 p.m. will see a tough matchup between Oluwapamilereayo Praise Oyeniro and Ike Precious Ifoma on the topic, school grades are an accurate reflection of intelligence. That's not all. The 5 p.m. debate will feature Mofiyinfoluwa Adereti going up against Osigwe Dora on the topic, legislators should have term limits. I Beg to Differ is supported by Obi-Weezy and Chrisland Schools. Prize money sponsor, Tollywood College, Lagos. For sponsorship inquiries, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
Welcome back. This debate is brought to you courtesy of our partners and sponsors, Obi-Weezy, Chrisland Schools, and our prize sponsor, Tollywood College. We appreciate every single one of you. And now we are getting set for the final debate for the day. There are 2 more debate days in the week for this first round. On Monday, the second round begins. It will be the round of 16. We've said bye-bye to so many great debaters. 8 the first week. And this week alone, we have said bye-bye to 3.
Yeah.
We're about to say bye-bye to the 4th. Who will that be? Well, Mofiyinfoluwa Adereti of Wellspring College is 14. She's in SS2. Osigwe, Dora, Stephanie, Chinomso is 15. She's in SS3. Her school is Mescoj High School. You've heard the debate topic. Legislators should have maximum term limits. Mofiyinfoluwa is supporting that motion, and Dora is opposing it. Dora, where's Mescoj High School?
It's in Ikotun.
Ikotun.
Yes.
Ikotun. Far Ikotun.
Yes.
Fantastic. And of course, Wellspring College, Mofiyinfoluwa is where?
Amole Phase 2.
Amole Phase 2. All right. These 2 debaters are ready. Mofiyinfoluwa, you are the motion supporter. It stands to reason that you will go first.
All right. In this round and the second round, you have 4 minutes each. The last round, 3 minutes. So, Mofiyinfoluwa, your 4 minutes starts now.
Just hold on a second. Just to remind you, remember, pack up all your points in your first and second rounds. Your second round is your rebuttal round. Remember to rebut each other effectively. The judges are counting the numbers of points you make. So if your opponent makes 5 points and you rebut only 3 and then move on to added points, they will not give you extra points for your added points. If your opponent made 5 points, they expect you to rebut all 5. Is that clear? And if you have time after rebutting those points, make new points. They will score you for those. In your third round, you'll only have 3 minutes, not 4. And no amount of new points you introduce will be scored based on them being points. You will only be scored based on your articulation and your ability to convince the audience. Is that correct? That said, let's go into the opening rounds for Mofiyinfoluwa Adereti of Wellspring College.
All right. Are you ready? Your 4 minutes starts now.
In a system like democracy, where people make laws that shape the direction, that shape the direction of the government, it is no surprise that a cap be put on the duration legislators stay on the seat. Good day, everyone. My name is Adereti Mofiyinfoluwa, a student of Wellspring College, supporting the notion legislators should have maximum term limits. Firstly, legislative monopoly distorts democratic representation. Long-term legislators often become gatekeepers for power rather than democratic representation. Its entrenched incumbents often deplete state resources, leading to election becoming a mere formality. In political monopoly leads to stifles genuine democracy. Political monopoly stifles genuine monopoly. Longevity enables chronic corruption. The longer politicians remain in office, the deeper the entrenched corruption. In Kenya, MPs involved in the 2013 Anglas leasing scandal went scot-free and remained in their jobs for years, shielded by their patronage networks. While new legislators might also be corrupt, they lack the influence to institutionalize it. So, in Post 2024, Mexico's Congress demonstrates how term limits disrupt poor legislature. Also, political dynasty is more likely in legislature than in executive. In a legislative, not in executives, but in legislators, it is easier for legislative dynasties to be passed down within families. When ballots are filled with the same names year after year, it makes voters' choice an illusion. Next, political parties, term limits strengthen political parties. Like the ANC in South Africa, it suffers from internal stagnation. And this is because the older members of the party, the older legislators, the long-term legislators, block the newer members, the younger members, from getting into power, which leads to stifling innovation. And term limits force political parties to bring in new ideas and fresh perspectives. Also, public trust is at an all-time low, and term limits can fix this. Now, public trust is limited due to the lack of legislative bodies' effectiveness. But with public trust is limited due to the lack of public trust in the bodies. In America, only 21% of citizens follow the Congress or believe in the Congress or trust the Congress, while that's compared to the 40% that supports presidency. I know that term limits, legislation should have maximum term limits for a better democracy. Thank you.
Yes, the nerves are evident, but as so happens often in these debates, the candidates tend to get past them as they progress. Mofiyinfoluwa Adereti of Wellspring College. She's just 14. She's in SS2. You've heard her opening round, her presentation round. Over now to her opponent, Osigwe Dora, Stephanie Chinomso of Mescoj High School.
All right, Stephanie, your 4 minutes starts now.
Imagine a world where the wealth of experience, hard-earned knowledge, and seasoned leadership is discarded simply because time has passed. Picture a government where we constantly lose our most capable minds, those who understand the intricacies of policy, the nuances of negotiation, and the real needs of the people. This is the reality we face if term limits are implemented for legislators. The biggest threat to our democracy is not the intrusion of tyrants, but the erosion of its foundations, as stated by Thomas Jefferson. Yet, by implementing term limits, we erode the very foundations, the very roots of representative democracy. To give honor to whom it is due, a good day to the I beg to differ moderators and biased panel of incorruptible judges, the accurate timekeeper, my worthy opponent, and my ever-attentive listeners. My name is Dora Osigwe, representing the prestigious Mescoj High School, Ikotun, Lagos, to argue against the motion that legislators should be given a maximum term limit. Here are my reasons. First is the issue of diminished legislative expertise and institutional knowledge. Experience is crucial for effective governance, and the learning slope for new legislators is steep. Judges, should we allow these legislators to come into power only to fall flat on their faces when confronted with complex issues? Seasoned legislators have been able to acquire experience, which makes them able to make informed decisions. When we push these legislators out of office, they take with them critical institutional knowledge that facilitates efficiency in policy and lawmaking. Next, it causes erosion of voter choice and democracy. One of the cornerstones of any and every democratic system is the ability and right of the citizens to elect a leader of their choice. Term limits, they curtail this essential right by removing from the ballot effective and well-liked legislators, regardless of their standing with the constituents. Many Pew Research Center reports show that 2/3 of voters strongly believe that the most important factor of re-electing a legislator is based on his effectiveness. Term limits strip the citizens of this principle. In California in 2007, there was a 32% decline in voter participation or voter turnout due to the fact that they felt increasingly disconnected from the process. Term limits caused this. What are they doing in the first place?
More so, it disrupts legislators, it disrupts long-term planning and projects. There are goals that legislators set out to achieve, long-term goals. They could be infrastructural, they could be building roads and railways and bridges. These things take time, and when we take out legislators before they have the ability to complete these projects, it leads to numerous gaps and holes in the legislative process. In addition, it disrupts continuity and stability. This is very similar to my other point. Continuity and stability, we lose it in the democracy when legislators, new legislators are replace the old ones. You've taken a fish out of water and replaced it with a tiny butterfly. What does this help? And what is the assurance that the new legislators will be willing to undertake the half-finished project? Further, it empowers lobbyists and special interests. Long-serving legislators are the only ones that can stand against these people. When they are taken out of power, we leave new legislators who are babies, who are easily susceptible to them, who are gullible and can easily be manipulated. Next, without term limits, we can encourage accountability because the legislators want to work very hard to ensure that they are re-elected. They want to prove to their citizens, they want to maintain their reputation. I hope that I've been able to groundly establish why the proposition should be upheld. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. That was Dora, Stephanie, Chinomso, Osigwe of Mescoj High School. She's 15. She's in SS3. And thus, the opening rounds are over between her and her opponent, Mofiyinfoluwa Adereti of Wellspring College, who's just 14. We'll take one quick break, Maryann. When we come back,
don't forget, we're live on YouTube and on Facebook. Post your comments. We'd like to hear from you. And also listen to us on Kids FM. Make sure that you post your comments also on WhatsApp. It's 080-959-75805. We'll be right back.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's pioneer e-commerce platform for pre-owned gadgets. They are Nigeria's home of gadgets with warranties where you can purchase all your favorite devices and quality accessories, both brand new and pre-owned. You can also trade in your older devices for a newer model in a simple and convenient way. With offline and pickup stores in Ikeja, Lekki, Abuja, and Benin, Obiwizi delivers nationwide. On Instagram at Obiwizi backup page, on X at Obiwizi, email address info@obiwizi.com, or go to the website at www.obiwizi.com.
Welcome back. It's the I Beg to Differ Students Debate Tournament. The winner of this debate will go up against Oluwapamilerin Praise Oyiniro of Wisdom House College in the round of 16. I reckon next week, and we cannot wait for that. First up, though, special thanks to our sponsors, Obiwizi, Christlands Schools, and of course, Tollywood College, our prize sponsor. These young kids give it their all, and we are glad, and we wish that you would encourage them and help them reach their best potential on the debate stage as in their academics and in life in general. Special thanks to all the team making this happen. Our digital teams, Tunde Abdul Salam is ensuring you get to see us live on YouTube and Facebook. You could find that by searching for Nigeria Info on your social media platform, including on X, where I reckon you would find our YouTube live stream embedded. This broadcast is also running on Kids FM. You can have your younger kids, and mommy and daddy can also join the broadcasts there and follow to begin to prepare these little ones early. Someday they will be Trojans of the debate stage themselves.
Yes.
Time for the rebuttal rounds.
All right.
In street lingo is the Basbos round, the part where the students say, I do not agree, I beg to differ, actually. So let's get into it. For this round, we will change the dynamics, and the motion opposer will go first.
Okay, Dora. Are you ready? Okay, your 4 minutes starts now.
I am here to counter my opponent's point. So firstly, you mentioned that it brings about individuals who are gatekeepers for power, and it also causes entrenchment. It might cause individual entrenchment, but it helps a lot more in ensuring continuity, and it also helps a lot more in enabling that the legislators are focused on their work, not only is power. I'm going to move on. You talked about how election is a mere formality. How could you say this when it positively increases voter participation? It also encourages accountability, encourages transparency. We give the citizens an opportunity to select new leaders if the former ones are not functioning properly. You also mentioned that there is that new legislators lack the influence to institutionalize it, that's institutionalize corruption. This is not true. They are very susceptible to it. They are gullible and can be manipulated, which is even worse because long-serving legislators can take a stand, whereas the new ones are just, I have to do what I'm told. Next, you mentioned about political dynasties. So basically, for those who don't know, political dynasties are when the families or like powerful people hoard power and keep it very well. I beg to differ here because no matter what you do in any democratic system, there will still be families who are maintaining power either by behind the scenes maneuvering. So institutionalizing term limits is a very wrong solution to this problem. Next, you also mentioned political apathy. This is untrue. Like I said earlier, it encourages popular participation. The voters want to elect new leaders. They come out constantly for election. Like I mentioned in the California 2007, 32% decline. This was as a result of term limits. So imagine how much more voters are willing to participate when we remove them. Next, you mentioned fresh perspectives. This is also the same in a government without term limits. The long-standing legislators who have formed friendships and bonds and relationships can put their heads together to come up with groundbreaking solutions and tackle emerging issues that their districts face. Now I want to talk about some of my points about how it increases popular participation, like I've mentioned earlier. I'd also like to add that it does not in any way encourage entrenchment. I'd also like to add that it helps to remove career politicians. With a government without term limits, a lot of us can thrive because the citizens want to engage in political processes. The legislators are also more accountable. The legislators also work harder in order to secure their re-election and in order to secure that they remain in office. So with all this that I've said, I hope that the judges can agree with me when I say that your points aren't really groundbreaking enough to say that we should institutionalize term limits because we are very, very fine without them. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. You've made your point. Osigwe, Dora, Stephanie, Chinomso of Mescoj High School, SS3 student of that school. We'll now go over to her opponent, Mofiyinfoluwa Adereti of Wellspring College, for her rebuttal round.
Are you ready? Okay, your 4 minutes starts now.
All protocols duly observed. My name is Adereti Mofiyinfoluwa and I'm back here again to refute my opponent's points. Firstly, my opponent mentioned that there is not enough time if new legislators are brought in. Nigeria has 2 terms. This is 8 years in total. America has 4 terms. This is also 8 years in total. So you are saying that 8 years is not enough to bring in new plans? So you want them to be elected 2 times. That's fine. That would be 16 years. So 16 years is not too much time. And we talk about wanting to build a new future, to bring in new leaders of tomorrow. Secondly, my opponent mentioned voter choice. Voter choice or voter turnout is not due to the term limit. It is due to the institutions that are supposed to regulate it. Would you want to go and vote when you see in your vicinity people are dying? People go out to vote in good faith and they are dying. They are being beaten, they are getting injured, and you would want to go and vote? Voter choice or voter turnout has nothing to do with the term limit, but rather the institution is supposed to implement safety features. Also, my opponent mentioned experience. In countries like Germany and Switzerland and Denmark, they hand over. There is proper handing over, and they have had strong democracies because experienced people handle the policy making and the experienced handovers. Next, my opponent mentioned that the state resource that the entrenchment is, the incumbency is individual.
I'm here to tell you that I mentioned that they deplete state resources, they exploit state resources. We have situations where schools are underfunded. They are in power, schools are underfunded. Hospitals underfunded. Roads damaged. And we are saying that this is okay because it is individual? No. Now, you mentioned that voter turnout has increased because when the term limits were removed, voter turnout has increased. I'm here to tell you are wrong. It's decreased. In 1999, voter turnout was 45%. Now in 2023, voter turnout reduced to 30%. This is due to a removal of term limits. Now, are you telling me that after we have seen history repeat itself over and over again, we should still go back to the wrong states? No. Now, you mentioned that these are babies in the industry. Before legislators are elected, there are processes that they go through. There are hoops that they have to jump to prove that they are wise enough or old enough to lead. So these are adults. You cannot call them babies in this sense because, as I mentioned, there will be political handovers. There will be experienced people handing over their knowledge and their experience to them. And we have different countries with different stories, with properly strategic democracies with term limits because of experience handovers and policy making. I would also like to add that longevity enables chronic corruption. I want to distort it, to tune it a bit, because my opponents made you believe it's in the wrong way. Now, longevity, the longer people stay in government, the more corruption comes. The less accountability they feel because they are in government and there's nothing they can do about it. And even closer to the end of their period, it is seen that closer to the end of their period, how long it is, no matter how long it is, closer to the end of their period in office, they tend to lose accountability to voters and work on short-term gains for themselves before they leave office. But when we have people who know that this is a limited amount of time that they have to come in and do what they want for the people, they will work hard. We have seen this over and over and over again. In America, like I mentioned earlier, 21% of people do not trust Congress. In Nigeria, the percentage is even less than that. We need people who will come in and do what is right. Handing over to you can have APC ruling now. The next party that comes in can be PDP. You know why this would be wonderful? Because these are two different views. Political parties are formed because these two different groups have two different views on how to rule the country. This is a mixture of both wonderful ideas. Thank you.
All right. That was a decent comeback, no doubt. We just had Mofiyinfoluwa Adereti of Wellspring College. She's 14. She's in SS2. Thus bringing the rebuttal rounds to a grand finish. But there's still more work to be done. And more arguments to have.
There's lots of convincing also to be done.
So, what will we see in this final round between Dora, the debater, and Femi, the fighter? Join us again, Lagos, right after this time out.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Tollywood College is a modern co-educational day school poised to provide a perfect learning environment for students between the ages of 10 and 16. We are dedicated to innovation and excellence in teaching and learning, an experience like no other at Tollywood College, where potentials are unlocked and given premium value. For inquiries, kindly contact us at the email address info@tollywoodcollege.com or go to the website at www.tollywoodcollege.com. You could also go to the physical address to see things for yourself at kilometer 43 Lekki Ekpe Expressway by Canaan Land Estate, Shongotedo, Aja, Lagos. Rest assured, we will be waiting.
The Tournament of Champions. It's I Beg to Differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back, one. Welcome back, all. It's the last Uhuru for the day. And these two fine young ladies on a day of all ladies will take this debate to the very finish. And we'll be here applauding them, rooting for them, and wishing them well.
Absolutely. And this is the final round, obviously, where they get to convince and not confuse us. You know how we used to say back in the day. And then, of course, it'll be down to the judges.
I knew debaters who used to spin around the debate stage. I could never understand it. Why do you constantly flip around?
Oh, well.
Yeah.
For some people, it makes them talk better.
Maybe it does. Well, we've given our debaters chairs to sit on, so there will be no spinning around. But certainly, we've got some of the greatest debates by some of the finest debaters in the land. And they just keep surprising us.
Yeah, and I like how people keep asking us every season, where do you get these kids from?
Not just when you think you've seen it all.
Yeah. Someone just comes along and blows you off, you know.
So let's get back on track.
Okay.
Let's help these two debaters take things easy, because we are going now into the closing. In the closing rounds, we'll revert to the motion supporter. I see both ladies are furiously making points. I'm not sure what the points will do. It's down to your presentation acumen here. I saw an interesting comment from one of our audiences on YouTube a while ago. We'll come back to that. For now, Maryann, let's go into the closing round.
Yes. And ladies, like I reminded you, this particular round has just 3 minutes. So we're going to flip back to the supporter. We're going to start with you, Femi. Are you ready?
I need to be sure that both of you are ready.
Are you ready, ladies?
That's just scribbling away.
Okay.
You want a little moment. I'll give you a moment. Let's do this.
Lagos, it's day 6 of the I Beg to Differ Secondary Schools Debate Tournament Season 8. 4 p.m. will see a tough matchup between Oluwapamilerayo Praise Oyeniro and Ike Precious Ifoma on the topic, school grades are an accurate reflection of intelligence. That's not all. The 5 p.m. debate will feature Mofiyinfoluwa Adereti going up against Osigwe Dora on the topic, legislators should have term limits. I Beg to Differ is supported by Obi-Weezy and Chrisland Schools. Prize money sponsor, Tollywood College, Lagos. For sponsorship inquiries, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the tournament of champions.
Obi-Weezy is Nigeria's pioneer e-commerce platform for pre-owned gadgets. They are Nigeria's home of gadgets with warranties, where you can purchase all your favorite devices and quality accessories, both brand new and pre-owned. You can also trade in your older devices for a newer model in a simple and convenient way. With offline and pickup stores in Ikeja, Lekki, Abuja, and Benin, Obi-Weezy delivers nationwide. On Instagram at Obi-Weezy Backup Page, on X at Obi-Weezy, the email address info@obiweezy.com, or go to the website at www.obiweezy.com.
Welcome back. The wait is finally over. It's time for the closing argument between Wellspring College's Mofiyinfoluwa Adereti and Mescoj High School's Osigwe, Dora, Stephanie, Chinomso. The motion supporter will go first, as Maryann had alluded to, and as is our tradition, so we might as well get to it.
All right, Mofi, your 3 minutes starts now.
Good day, everyone. Upwards quality observed. Election becomes a ritual, not a choice. Not because they are stronger, but because they have made themselves impossible to leave. This is a political dynasty. When year after year we see the same names, same family, same lineage in the ballot box, and we want change, this cannot happen as this system is in place. And they say we can make our choice because it's a democracy. But this is not a democracy. If removing term limits is saying we want to remove the backbone of democracy, which is the people, what the people want, the people will get. And the people want to vote in new people if they deem it fit. If they feel like the people currently in seats are not doing better for them, they will vote in someone else. Incumbent legislators steal and decline the state of our states and our communities, and we want to take that. Term limits clears legislative monopoly. It dissolves incumbency, which stifles and dismisses democracy. Saying no to democracy is saying no to a new future. Do you want us to go back to the one-party system, the two-party system, ones that we have seen clearly cannot work? Want to go back to anarchy or to monarchy just to repeat history's mistakes? No. And this is why I support. My opponents say they are not old enough. I tell you, they are old enough. They have been through these hoops and they will win. If they are not good enough, you vote them out the next time. This is why voters' choice is here. They say the time is not enough. Vision 2020. That was before Buhari was elected. Vision 2020. We see it in movies now where they joke about it, but there was more than enough time for this to be brought in place. We talk about handing over. When fuel subsidy was removed, it was removed in the bill before Tinubu was introduced. But do people know that? No. I believe that this is a fault of improper handing over, and term limits will bring this back. My opponents say voter choice is gone. I tell you, we have it. But you say that political dynasties do not exist or they do not affect it. Then how can you say that there is no voter's choice? Political dynasties affect the voter's choice. But I'm here to tell you that if we remove political dynasties with term limits, voter's choice will be there. And I guarantee you, our voters' turnout will go up. It will go up. The public puts their trust in these people to make the laws. And these laws shape the direction that the government will take, the direction that the country will take, the way they will develop. I'm here to tell you that term limits is the way forward and the only way forward. Let's not repeat our past mistakes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and right on time.
All right. Brilliant closing. It's our last effort. Mofiyinfoluwa Adereti, Wellspring College, 14 years of age, SS2 student. And now we'll go over to our opponent, Osigwe, Dora, Stephanie Chinomso of Mescoj High School for her closing.
Are you ready? Dora, your 3 minutes starts now.
The beauty of a democracy lies in its ability to evolve. This beauty should come from within, not from arbitrary limits. My opponent argues for term limits because she clearly does not understand the essence of democracy. Arguing for term limits means saying that the citizens do not know what they are doing. They should absolutely be given the opportunity to select their leaders, because that is what democracy is. Democracy is trusting the people. The people, Nigerian citizens, can be trusted. Without term limits, there is continuity, there is stability, there is voter participation, there is efficient lawmaking, efficient policy making. Term limits are an empty solution to a much deeper problem. They do nothing but damage our democracy. You've argued about corruption, but it is present everywhere. You've argued that they gatekeep power, but it can be solved more efficiently with campaign finance reforms and transparency programs. There's absolutely nothing that we benefit from term limits. So your arguments hold no ground. We want change, but to what? You think a human can't change? You think a legislator can't change on his own? You said, do we want to ruin our democracy? But that's all you're fighting for. To ruin our democracy. How much is enough time, you ask? That depends on the legislator and the resources available in the country. So what are you saying? Term limits ruin us and our government. Let's not make that mistake. Let's fight for a government where we give the citizens the power that they deserve. The government is for the people, of the people, and by the people. So term limits, you're taking that away and giving it to who? Some man behind the scenes? At this juncture, I hope that I have been able to groundly establish that my opponent here didn't exactly concretely tell us that term limits should be institutionalized, because they clearly should not. I hope that I can end with this and that you see reason with me that term limits have no place in our democracy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Whatever happens after this debate, both youngsters would have given a sterling account of themselves. Brilliant performance, and with some really high and articulate ability to make their points, pass it on in their own unique ways. The message is gotten.
Yes, and they'll make really great congresswomen, you know. Both
something like that. If they have political bones in their bodies. Yeah. We'll see. Time will tell. Thank you very much for gracing our studios, for gracing our audience with your brilliance, and for doing this. Osigwe, Dora, Stephanie, Chinomso of Mescoj High School, and Mofiyinfoluwa, Adereti of Wellspring College. You've played your part. It's out of your hands. But may the work you've done, reward you as the judges finish their markings. First up, though, the diction coach and judge, Yvonne Ohaifo, is good to go. Pay attention, both of you.
Thank you, Femi. Well done, ladies. Thoroughly enjoyed listening to both of you. Just a few pointers here. I'll start with you, Dora. You are eloquent. Kudos to you in that regard. But complex, the word complex has two pronunciations. As an adjective, it is complex. As a noun, it is complex. This is a complex. Okay? But the issue can be complex. Do you understand? As an adjective, you say complex. As a noun, you say complex. Therefore, you meant to say complex issues and not complex issues. Does that make sense? Constituent, not constituents. Constituents. The stress is on the second syllable, whether you're counting from the front or from behind. Okay? You say constituents. You say maneuvering. I heard maneuver. I wasn't sure, but because you didn't repeat the word a second time, I thought, what would it hurt to, just point it out? Okay? So you say maneuvering. And well done once more. To you, Mofiyinfoluwa. It is democracy, not democracy, okay? Democracy. You say incumbent. Incumbent, not incumbent or incumbent, okay? Incumbent. And you say longevity. It is not longevity. There is no extra T in that word. Longevity. It is not longevity. And it is not longevity, okay? You say longevity. All right? And finally, with words that are spelled with a TH, you say you articulate them as th or th. So you say them, you say then, but you say thank. Okay? One is voiced, the other is voiceless. So you should have said them, not them. Them or they is the pidgin word for, is a pidgin term. How you day. Okay? But the English equivalent is they. Do you see what I did there? Well done to both of you. Goodness, my heart breaks for whoever has to go today. But well done, well done.
Let me just also add monopoly instead of monopoly. And, do patronage rather than patronage. Okay? All right. Thank you very much. I like the fact that diction coach Yvonne caught the two wrong options you had used for longevity. You first said longevity, and then you change it to longevity. Something. It's not longevity. It's not longevity. It's not longevity. It's just longevity. Okay? Brilliant. It is now time to do the sad part, where we promote one of you to the next round and we bid farewell to the other. May the better debater win. In this debate between Mofiyinfoluwa and Dora, the judges have scored the two of you. Thus, pay attention. For the presentation round, Judge Yvonne scores it 10-8. Judge Ufoma scores it 10-8. Chief Judge Chike scores it 10-7.5. All three judges scoring in favor of Dora. Dora leads 30 as against 23.5. Taking us to the rebuttal round. Judge Yvonne scores the rebuttal round 10-9. Mofiyinfoluwa. Judge Ufoma scores it 10-8. And Chief Judge Chike also scores it 10-8 for Dora. Dora leads that round 29-26. Bringing us to the closing round. Judge Yvonne scores it 10-8. Judge Ufoma scores it 10-8. And Chief Judge Chike scores it 10-9. Advantage Dora. All three scorecards. The diction infraction scoring of Judge Yvonne puts this debate at 10-8 for the winner by a total of 99 points to 82.5. Lagos, say a hearty congratulations to the diction winner and overall winner of this last debate of the night. Congratulations, Osigwe, Dora, Stephanie, Chinomso of Mescoj High School. Congratulations, Dora. Well done. Find your voice now. I paid attention to you as I was reading that score. It wasn't easy for you, right? It wasn't easy. How do you feel, though?
I feel amazing. I feel out of breath because I did not want to oppose at all. But I'm thankful to God. I'm thankful to my teachers. I'm thankful to...
I'm happy for you. Congratulations. Congratulations. It's okay to cry. It's tears of joy. And, you know, probably reminiscing on how much work you've had to put in to get here. So, special thanks to your teachers, your parents, your family. Yeah. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
So, Dora will go up against Praise in the round of 16. There. That will be your position on that occasion. It would seem you will be opposing. Is that correct? You will be opposing again. To you, Mofiyinfoluwa Adereti, you gave a good fight. You were very nervous in your opening rounds, but you fought back and admirably. Take heart. I know you are disappointed. Very. I know. You fought back. It was brilliant. Maybe the damage had been done a little early, but that debate could have gone either way.
Yeah.
So you gave a good account of yourself, no doubt. Any last messages? Any last message? A takeaway?
You know, I actually expected I would feel a lot worse if I lost, but it's an experience.
It is.
One worth having.
I'm proud of you.
Back next year.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, she's coming back.
There are many comments that we cannot take. Forgive us, Lagos.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is another day. On behalf of the entire team, all our sponsors, all the guys who continue to work to make this happen, enjoy the rest of your evening. See you at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.